What's going on, everyone? Just a quick little video. So I did the same one last year, like watched this before buying a used iPhone 10 in 2018, I think. And it was actually the first iPhone 10 I ever bought that I was planning on using for my main phone. And what ended up happening was the screen had a green line through it, okay? And I made that video. A lot of people ended up watching it, thank God, because it kind of brought awareness to that green line problem that the iPhone 10 was having. And like over like 6 months later, probably like 7 months, Apple still hasn't acknowledged this. And in my opinion, this is completely a hardware problem on their end. It is not our end, okay? I don't think the user has anything to do with it, and I feel like with my iPhone 10 it could possibly happen, and I've seen a lot of other iPhone 10s in the marketplace that have this problem too. So what I'll tell you is that before going too deep into that, what I'll tell you, I would highly recommend you going on eBay. That'd probably be your cheapest best bet, and go find an iPhone 10 there. Those are probably the cheapest prices you can find. I relatively find them for around like $550, usually less than $600. So it's probably the best place to go for buying a used iPhone 10 in the cheapest price, especially going into 2019. You know, this is already like February. You want to go make yourself look good, man. If you got an iPhone 6s right now, dude, I mean, it's still a tremendous phone, but if you want to ball out, get an iPhone 10. But another cool thing is that usually with Amazon, I find that they're usually the cheapest prices for certified refurbished ones, so they're usually in better quality, and I would still kind of recommend those over the ones even Apple's selling right now, because Apple's selling them for like $770 right now, or $760, whatever. The ones on Amazon are about $100 less than that, and they still have a little bit of warranty, and those are certified refurbished as well. So I'll leave a link to an iPhone 10 in Amazon in the description below so you guys can get it there and help out the channel at the same time. So it's kind of a background of you getting an iPhone 10. I still think it's a tremendous phone. I did a double ISO on it. I think it's really, really good. But I kind of want to go delve deep into this iPhone 10 green line problem, okay? And what I'll tell you is right now, that specific issue is not our fault, like I stated, but Apple still hasn't freaking acknowledged it and done a replacement program for it. But I was on Reddit and I saw this post, and I see a lot of them, but I saw this one. This person actually had to like physically fight with an Apple employee. Just kidding. They didn't have to do that. But they did have to talk to them over like, I think is the Genius Center. And then they eventually talked to somebody, I think over the phone. And eventually they were able to get it replaced, but from what I know, they had to go through a lot of hoops in order for them to do it, and apparently they were covered under the iPhone 10 quality program, whatever that is. But I think that's definitely insane. I mean, that same problem happened to me, and they couldn't fix it because my phone was water damaged, which was so stupid, and it shouldn't even been like that. But from what I'm reading, a lot of Apple employees and just, I guess, the Genius Centers are not replacing this, and like I stated, I want to bring awareness to it. I want people who are buying used iPhone 10s now, because you can't even buy them new. Even the ones Apple are selling are certified refurbished. For everyone buying a used iPhone 10, I want them to be aware of this, and that's one aspect of it. But also there's a couple other replacement programs going on with Apple. They have another touchscreen problem. If your touchscreen ends up messing up, or if there's a multi-touch problem, you're also covered under that. I would recommend going to Apple's website and looking at that. I'll try to leave a link in the description, or I'll put a screenshot up, whatever. I would highly recommend you going through there and checking those out too, to make sure your phone does not qualify for any of those, and if they do, make sure you get your phone replaced or get it fixed or whatever. So those are a couple things right there. And like I said, this is kind of an annoying thing. I mean, I'm planning on doing a video like this for basically every iPhone, even the 6s, the 7s, whatever, because there's a lot of little things that you should know before buying a used iPhone 10 or an iPhone 6s or whatever. And these are just a couple things for the iPhone 10. Like I said, I wouldn't spend over $600 for a used one, and unless you're buying it from Amazon or you're buying it from Apple, then I would kind of recommend that. But for the cheapest ones, go through eBay. And also make sure your iPhone 10 does not have any screen problems, no touchscreen problems or anything like that. And besides that, man, you're pretty much going to be set. Make sure it doesn't have any water in it. Make sure it's completely clear, because Apple employees will not fix a water damaged iPhone 10, or I think any water damaged phone, but especially with an iPhone 10, they will not replace the screen if that is the case. So that is pretty much it, man. If you have any questions or anything like that, leave it down in the comment section below. Hit that like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it'll mean so much if you guys could hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel, all those links are linked down below. I'd really appreciate if you guys could check it out, but more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.